Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm at a local convention that I try to go to just about every single year, and I do it just for this booth specifically. These guys always have incredible dollar books, but not so fast. This year they brought some major first appearance books, some key issue type stuff, and you're going to be blown away with what they brought. The reason that I always go is this dollar box right here. Now, unfortunately, this year, it appears as if they haven't really restocked it or it hasn't really changed that much. But luckily, some of the books that I regret leaving there from last time were here. So if you guys are seeing like what's in this box, it's stuff all the way from like 2010, 2011 type stuff. The all new Marvel Now .1. Then there's the Spider-Gwen stuff. Then there was the Ultimate Spider-Man stuff, which is before 2010. Cool Deadpool vs. Carnage. A lot of Deadpool stuff in here. I got several books in here. And like I said, everything was $1. This booth is always super impressive. Like the guys are always nice. They let you shop. You know, they're never like pressuring you. They've got a little bit of everything, like figures, trade paperbacks. They got this wheel spin thing. And I got some awesome Magic the Gathering cards here last year too. They unfortunately did not have those. It's all Pokemon. Shocker. That's the hot thing. But it looks like some Guardians of the Galaxy stuff here. I think the Brian Michael Bendis run. And I think there were some that had like those throwback covers, like vintage type covers. And then every single time I see this, I see that original sin, and I'm like, there's going to be a first silk in here. A few years ago, to my understanding, somebody got a first Riri Williams out of this box. Somebody may have gotten an Ultimate Fallout 4 out of this box. The story is this guy is just a reader of comics. I don't think it's the guy with the spicy pants that you see in the background. It's another guy. He loves Star Wars. He loves Marvel. He loves Spider-Man. And he just kind of reads them. And then they just kind of bring him to this convention and he sells them. Like all of these books are like in excellent condition. They're not reader beat up copies. And even these Dark Horse books, these Dark Horse Star Wars books, they're all super nice. I found the first little gem of the day here, and this is the Darth Vader in the Ghost Prison. It's a mini series like so many of those Dark Horse Star Wars books are. It was a 1 through 5, and that little lot right there are worth more than $1 a piece. Plus, the internal art of those books is incredible. So I pulled those out. Reed Richards cover there, that Ultimate Fantastic Four kind of caught my eye. And also there is some more Fantastic Four stuff in here as well. These two Moon Knight books were the two that I was talking about specifically that I had left that I was kind of kicking myself for because that Moon Knight number 1 was from the Brian Michael Bendis run in 2011, and then the number 12 is just a absolutely sick cover. Spoilers, I buy those two books and you'll be able to see a closer look of them here in a minute. This is the Fantastic Four stuff that I was talking about. This is the Hickman run. And I always get kind of confused because I'm like, which one of them is the first appearance of the Future Foundation? God, I can never remember that name of that thing. The first appearance of the Future Foundation. And I can never remember, but it was none of those, so I didn't miss it. This is kind of cool, the Sandman universe, The Dreaming. And they have some great indie books. IDW, that was kind of an interesting book, but it wasn't a number 1. It was a number 5. So I was like, if it was a number 1, I would have gotten that just because it looked kind of like a cool cover. There was a Flash from the Rebirth run. That was a number 1. And then there's like all these Transformers books. I know nothing about these. These could be huge first appearances or key issues. I have no idea. So I kind of left those be. They had a couple good trade paperbacks, specifically the Uncanny X-Men, X-Force. But hold your horses. They had another box. And I was like, they have never had stuff like this before. So there you see first appearance of the Shocker. He comes over. He sees that I'm pulling this out immediately. And he's like, this isn't your first rodeo, is it? And I'm like, no. And he says, if you want to take those out of the bag, go ahead, because I can tell that you kind of know what you're doing. And I'm like, thank you. I didn't even have to ask. So I was super appreciative of that. It's always kind of like an awkward thing when you like ask that. These books right here were all kind of like stuck together. I start pulling at them, and he's like, those are all as a bundle. And I was like, geez, sorry, man. I'm like trying to pull those apart. A couple of Swamp Thing books in there. I always like to see that. I already have those. And then there was these Undertaker books. I thought that was cool. And then this Gargoyles book. That was on the cover of the VHS Gargoyles movie that I had when I was a kid. And I was like, holy crap, what is this? That was cool. Those were Jay and Silent Bob books, and they were signed by Kevin Smith. I don't think the books are worth anything at all, but I don't know how much a Kevin Smith signature is, but those were $10. All of these here in the front were priced as marked. And then I believe all of these back here were a dollar, or I'm not sure. Man, if those were $1, I'm kind of regretting, because that one Daredevil book, I should have gotten that. This was like a bunch of Daredevil stuff. I guess they were just trying to catch the zeitgeist of the Daredevil show being out, but nothing too crazy right there. And now I'm seeing a Saga book. Dang, there's a couple of things I missed. That Cartoon Network, I thought that was first Dexter's Laboratory. There was some Crow stuff back there, some independent stuff I had never seen before. And then, there's the Shadow of the Bat and stuff. There was Journey into Space, Space Odyssey. I thought that was kind of cool. That was a #1. It looked in nice condition. This was a Hellboy book that was The Seed of Destruction, but I think that was like a reprint. I don't think that was the first printing of that. So the first thing I do is I get this book out of there, and it was not in a bag and board, and you can see on the cover somebody's colored in Shocker's fishnets. Never in the history of comics has there ever been a more appropriate name for a villain than the Shocker. I don't even want to call him a super villain. He's just kind of a, I don't know, kind of a weird dude. But here, this was what really got me going here. This is a Daredevil #16. This is the first John Romita Sr. on Spider-Man. And if you don't know the significance of that, I mean, this is the guy that totally transformed Spider-Man's appearance in comics and just made him the icon that we know. This is a first appearance of, what is this, Gwen Stacy's dad, maybe? This was in really nice condition, too. I'm going through these. I'm trying to count pages. Like I said, I wasn't really rushed. I've got the video here at 2x speed, so that's, if you see me kind of moving quickly, that's what this is. Now, this is the second appearance of the Punisher, according to CGC. But then other people say that this is the third appearance. I don't know. To me, I'm going with CGC. I think this is the second appearance of the Punisher. You got to be careful with this book because it has a Marvel value stamp. But my God, was that a nice one. And then here is the bane of my existence. First Dr. Aphra, Darth Vader #3. I swear to God, that book is just, it haunts me. There was another comic booth there, incredibly. I was shocked. I was so happy to see more comic book vendors here. This may be a show that I set up at eventually, just for fun, because I feel like I could maybe do well. I don't know. It's just, I don't know how well these guys do. Here's the third appearance of Batgirl. Yeah, he had that labeled. This guy here, I'm not sure about his pricing here. Yeah, he starts talking to me about the pricing. This left box are $3 books. This middle box that I'm looking at here, these adventure comics, These were all $10 a piece. And I mean, maybe some of them, yeah, maybe. $10, kind of a tough sell for me. This was kind of cool, that Martian Manhunter book. I had never seen that before. And then he had some old war books and some Strange Tales books. And I was like, dang, he's got some decent stuff in here. And yeah, I think what was this, some Nick Fury. Yeah, I loved that one. He had some Thor, Avengers, Fantastic Four. Yeah, the Shield book with that like big American flag, that was kind of cool. And then this box here, he said these were all priced as marked. That was a Captain Planet book. I guess that was the first appearance of Captain Planet. That was kind of funny. But I mean, this is big time 90s fodder here. Nothing crazy, nothing to write home about. There were some decent Uncanny X-Men books there. Multiple Spider-Man 2099, but they were $20-$30 a piece. And I'm like, no, that's an awesome Bullseye cover, but that book was beat up for Spot. I think that was $30. Just too much, too much. So I kind of meander over here. Spoilers, there's my stack of books that I bought. These, God, I hope he was charged. I hope these were $1. I think these might have been $1. I'm hoping. He had some other stuff, just kind of like, I mean, his presentation was excellent. Everything organized really well, but just too rich for my blood. Just too much. So let's bring it back to the Sticky Goose Man Cave, or at least what's left of it. This is Moon Knight number 12. I have no idea who did this cover. I should have looked this up, but my God, this is what all Moon Knight covers should look like. This thing is awesome. It's kind of got this little piece of poop right there on the bottom. I'm not sure. I think I can get that off, but my God, look at that. That is freaking awesome. This is the Moon Knight number 1 book of that same run. This was 2011. Brian Michael Bendis. This is so cool. He's got the Wolverine claw. He's got the Spider-Man glove. And then he's on the Captain America shield. I love that art style of Moon Knight. Moon Knight is so cool, dude. Honestly, like Hulk and Moon Knight are probably my favorite Marvel characters that are like the famous ones. If I'm going to read like a superhero book, that's probably two of the characters I'm going to read. This is the Star Wars Darth Vader and the Ghost Prison I was showing you. And like, I mean, these are like near mint plus books. Like Star Wars guys, I swear, like every single time you find these Star Wars Dark Horse books, they're always just minty, like clean as a whistle. That is a sick cover right there. I have no idea what this story is. I might read this. I know this character there to the right is like in this pretty much throughout. But man, this was cool. This is a great pickup. Like I said, all of these books here were $1 a piece. The two Moon Knight books I think are $10 a piece, and then the Ghost Prison I think is a $20 set for $1 a piece, which is crazy. This is Star Wars Darth Vader number 3. This is the first appearance of Dr. Aphra. If this was graded, this is a 9.8. I have this book in a 9.8. This is one of the books that I have not cracked out just because it literally decreases by like $200 in value. And I've spent way too much freaking money on this Dr. Aphra. Talk about a character that I speculated on. And this is really crap the bed. He had this listed for $40. I bought all of these books. I'll tell you what I bought them for. I bought all of these books for $275. So this is the third appearance, second appearance, third appearance of the Punisher. This book is clean. I mean, this is high grade, very fine plus, near mint minus type book. ASM 135. Now I have another copy of this, which I got this in the back of a truck collection one time. So to say that I upgraded is an understatement. I will be selling my other copy. I'm going to show it here in just a minute. This is They said they had this listed for $75. This is my other copy, and I mean, you can see the freaking difference. The colors, the spine wear, and then this copy here, it does not have a Marvel value stamp, so I had to learn that the hard way. Although I think I got this book for like $1, so I'm not too concerned. But like I said, I'm going to be selling that, my second copy. If you are interested in that, message me, email me, or whatever. Here comes Daredevil, the Man Without Fear. This is Daredevil 16. Like, dude, this is one of the sickest Daredevil covers there is. Now, this book has some wear. It's got some stuff going on with it. The spine is rough. Now, this is a low-grade copy, kind of like a 3.0 type book. I think that's water damage, and you can see from the previous part of the video, I think the book is water damaged, but I mean the reds still pop. $65, and like I said, first John Romita Sr. on Spider-Man. I mean, this is an iconic book, and honestly, this is my favorite book of the haul. Amazing Spider-Man 56. Like I said, this is the first appearance of Captain Stacy. Some spine wear here, but this book is solid. Looks like maybe a tape pull-ish on one of Doc Ock's tentacles. The yellow looks great. The reds look incredible. Doc Ock looks great. $45 on this. I have another copy of this. I didn't realize, I forgot totally that I already had a copy of this, but it is a significant upgrade. As you can see, this book has been folded up, significantly more wear. I don't know how much I paid for this one. Probably 30, 40 bucks. I don't know. Too much. This book is significantly better, and I will be selling my other copy, my older copy. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Amazing Spider-Man 46. This is the first Shocker. Yeah, I mean, this book is low grade as well. I love the coloring on the on the fishnets there. It's kind of weird, and then somebody just straight scribbled. Looks like a bit of a tape pull there, but the colors are still great. And the Mylar, I mean, it is a copy. $75. Like I said, $275 for everything that you see. Was it the best deal I've ever had? No. Did I overpay? No. Was it just about right? Yeah. Nothing crazy. I was glad to support these guys because they are pretty much keeping the dream alive at this Comic-Con. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If at any point in time you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you like this video, subscribe for more. Thank you guys for watching, and take care.